Good morning. It's lovely to connect with you today. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to pull some cards and share some guidance for this weekend and Monday. So thank you so much for joining me today. I want to send out a big extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons for September, my Pillar of Light members, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So I'm coming to you live now from Tasmania, Australia, where the sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky that I can see from my window. And it is Saturday, the 7th of September. And the time is 7:55 a.m. So welcome. It's so good to be here. And if you're new to watching, what I'm going to be doing is using my Oracle cards. These are two decks that I created, and I made them the same size so they could fit in together as a combined deck. So we have the Speed of Light Oracle cards and my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. And these have been combined to make a great deck of 110 cards. So I'll be using this combined deck to look for the best cards that the majority of us need for Saturday, Sunday and Monday. And then at the very end of the video, I'll be choosing a theme card. So I'll talk more about that later. I am not pulling cards for individuals. This is general guidance for everyone. So I trust that you've been led here for a reason, and I trust that something comes out in this guidance today and supports you on your journey at this time. So I recommend that you take on board what feels right, what does resonate, and what fits into your life easily, and let the rest go. And let's see what happens. So welcome. Good morning, Manahia. And Adrian is here. Welcome. Welcome to you all. Let's look for... Denise is here as well. Hi, Denise. I'm looking for the best card that the majority of us need for Saturday, the 7th of September. Now, if it's not quite Saturday for you yet, there is a video I did a few days ago which includes Thursday's guidance. So the best card the majority of us need for Saturday, the 7th of September, is this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle card. And this is a nice start to the weekend. We have the butterfly. Hi, Maria. Hi, Renee. The butterfly is card 6 for the 7th. And it says down here, our hearts opening, freedom, passion, and action. So this is about being pulled forward from our hearts. There is a dreamy element to this card. If this represents us, we are looking upward, we are dreaming. We are perhaps dreaming of things that we've got coming up, dreaming of changes in our life, dreaming of new ideas or inspirations that are sweeping us forward or pulling us forward. So there is little grounding in this card. It's quite dreamy. So we might be in fantasy land, some of us, or we might be quite practically dreaming about whatever it is that we've got coming up or whatever it is we need to do. Some ideas we have at the moment might be quite out there and quite pie in the sky, kind of unrealistic in some ways. So that's sort of the nature of this energy too. There's a lot of energy that pulls us down, though, into our heart. And this card's implying that it's like our heart becomes like the sails on a yacht. And with big sails here, a big open heart like butterfly wings, like sails of a yacht, then we can more easily move with the breeze, the wind, the movement of our life. So there is this pull forward feeling, this being guided forward from the heart at this time. So some of us might feel like we're sort of moving forward from a very heart space, even though we might feel a bit dreamy. There is this heart pull at the moment. This also, because we've got butterfly wings here in this illustration over the heart or expanding from the heart. It's also implying, perhaps on deeper levels, a sense of heart transformation that's taking place. Changes that have been taking place within us in recent weeks and months might be revealing themselves as this sort of transformation that we're feeling. So we might feel that we've sort of come out of the cocoon on Saturday, come out of the cocoon of transformation, and this sense of sort of being ripped apart and pulled apart and pushed and pulled at in these last couple of weeks, maybe even this last week or so. It's been quite intense. So while we've been busy tending to things and trying to stay on board this high-speed train, there's also been what appears to be a transformation inside us, and especially a transformation in our heart. So what does that mean? It means we have changed. And it could mean too, if we journal, right, or if we can reflect back on, say, this time last month, so around the 7th of August, how much have we changed in just this last month? Because it feels like a lot of us have changed a lot, quite inwardly. Yes, things may be changing in our life as well, but what's changed inside us? Are we treating ourselves hopefully better than we did a month ago? What's shifted in our approach or our attitude inside? And acknowledging that is probably part of this expansion that wants to come through in our heart, that will then create these wings, like butterfly wings or the sails of a yacht, that then helps us catch that breeze, catch that wind, catch the movement of our life. Just like being on the train, but this is a bit different. It's like the wind coming in, and we're moving with the wind now. So the wind tends to highlight or bring energy or emphasis to the mind. So there could be things that we're thinking through, ideas that we're sort of being taken away with, being swept up in ideas or thoughts or learning, that kind of thing on a mental level that's probably wanting to sweep us forward. So there's action in this card, there's movement, there's heart opening, there's dreaming, there's thinking, there's ideas coming through. This feels fresh and quite liberating, actually, especially compared to the intensity of the last week or so. So that's for Saturday. Spring is in the air for some of us. And if it's not spring in the air for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, because you're moving out of summer, then maybe there's just a feeling of spring in the air for you. So that's for Saturday. Now I'm looking for the best card for Sunday, the 8th of September. So the best card for Sunday, the 8th, is this. It's another Speed of Light Oracle card. And we have a expression, card 31. I changed the title of this card when I upgraded the cards in 2021, and for some reason my mind keeps going back to the original title of this card. So it's card 31, called Expression. It says communication, listen, share, deliver, and trust. So this is movement through expression, movement through communication potentially, and doing things. It could be creating as well. Creativity helps us express energy and express what we've got going on inside. So if we're feeling this big open heart, for example, or if we're feeling this pull towards something, or this curiosity towards something that's pulling us, we might find us moving in that direction and how do I best explain this? And moving forward in a way that links up somehow with expression. Like what's coming to mind for me at the moment is my current obsession again, because it comes up and down over the last few years, but this current obsession with the black swan. And it's really pulling me. Like I feel this pull from the black swan, and really all I want to do right now is just paint a swan scene or sculpt a swan, anything to do with swans. I just want to create something swan-like. So my aim today is to get some things that I need to do done so that I can get creating some swans. So I feel this pull, and it might sound, oh wow, a swan, but there's something important about this energy for me right now. that I want to sort of understand. I want to go deeper into this pull and this curiosity, this sort of little mini obsession that I've got at the moment. So there is this pull towards it, but this pull also involves expression, communication, creativity. And so this energy of expression helps get energy moving. So it helps move us potentially in the direction of whatever the message is, in my case, in regards to the black swan. So what is calling you? What is pulling you? What are you being pulled towards, especially in relation to that butterfly card? What's pulling at your heart? What's tugging at you here? A curiosity, well, curiosity is probably the best word, actually, that's pulling you. What is this pull that you're feeling? And what's the link here with communication of some sort, or expression of some sort, or creativity, something that's calling you to express or tap into that deep place inside? And to best tap into that deep place inside, aside from contemplation, meditation, reflection, that sort of tapping into it, but an even better way perhaps to work with that energy is to express it. So to feel it, to understand it potentially, and express it in some way. So what's it calling in you? What's it calling out of you? Who and what is this calling you to be? This curiosity at this time. So there's energy that's wanting to be expressed. It's wanting to move from inside. And we're being encouraged to listen to it and to trust it. What is this pull? Does it match too, perhaps, with our morals and our ethics and our truth? So making sure that it's something that's healthy and supportive for us, and not some dark obsession with something that's harmful. So we want to make sure it matches with our ethics and morals and truth as well. If it's something deeper and darker that pulls us, and we may want to explore that through our journal and do some releasing of that, because we do want to align with what is supportive and healthy for us and not harmful to us or others. So what is this pull? And the butterfly feels like it's calling us forward, but it's calling something out of us. That's what this card, it probably is ultimately about. It's calling something out of us, something that wants to be expressed, something that wants to move, something that wants to create, something we need to build or create in our life. So can you listen to that? The call might be strong on Sunday, but especially over the weekend. So something's being called out of us. A potential, something that we can contribute to the world, or contribute to the betterment of our lives, and perhaps the lives of others. What's been called out in you, and are you listening to that call? Maybe sitting quietly to listen, maybe going off on dreamy thoughts is a way to listen and honour that pull as well. What is being called out in you, and are you listening to that call? So that's Sunday. So an interesting, quite inspiring, potentially an inspiring weekend. Let's move to Monday now, Monday the 9th of September. And the best card for Monday, for the majority of us, is this. It's an animal kingdom. It's the Sea Dragon, card 18. And it says, be gentle with yourself. So there's a gentleness that's coming in for Monday. A gentleness, in some ways we could say potentially a fragility or a vulnerability. We might be feeling quite sensitive potentially on Monday. But again, the Sea Dragons are reminding us to sort of flow with it. There is a camouflage feeling too with the Sea Dragon. And so it feels like this blending in sort of feeling. We might not feel like we want to really stand out in a crowd, for example. We might want to blend in, or just feel like we need to blend in a little bit more, perhaps than normal. But there is this sensitivity, this fragility, this if things are intense for us on Monday, especially as we sort of come out of the intensity, the potential passion and the expression and the calling of the weekend, we might find we need a little bit of time perhaps on Monday to integrate and to settle into the changes and the shifts that we're feeling and the shifts we're being pulled into. So we might feel that we want to go a little bit slower, it'll be a bit more gentle with ourselves. And if things are intense for you right now and perhaps you're dealing with something difficult, perhaps something's happened and you're struggling to come to terms with that, then sometimes the best advice or the best guidance, at least I have for me when I'm going through that, is just to go gently, just to ride the wave out and then get back on our feet and then walk forward when we're ready. So being gentle with ourselves feels like a way of integrating the energy that's potentially wanting to brew up over the weekend. So that's the Sea Dragon for Monday. Be gentle with yourself. So that's that. There are our cards for the next 3 days. I trust they support you in some way. I am going to pull a theme card in just a moment. Before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment. Please share if you're inspired to. Please hit the follow button if you're watching on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe if you'd like to see more of these sorts of videos. So you can learn more about my cards, the Speed of Light Oracle, the Animal Kingdom Oracle. You can work with the decks separately or you can combine them like this if you want to. You can learn more about those and the work that I do at Temple of Balance on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. Thank you so much for your support. Your support helps me be able to keep bringing these videos out to you. So we turn 20 in February and we have a bunch of Tasmanian events coming up in February to celebrate 20 years of Temple of Balance. So if you're interested, please have a look on my website. You can learn more about the events that are happening in Tasmania throughout February. Hopefully we'll see you there and it might suit you to come. So thank you very much. Let's now look for the best theme card. The theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So the best theme card for the majority of us for the 7th, 8th and 9th of September 2024 is, we'll go with this. It's a Speed of Light Oracle card. And we haven't seen this card for a while. And in fact, I was thinking about it about a week ago and I thought, I haven't seen this card for ages. Is it still in my deck? You know, sometimes we have that thought. So this is card 28 called Delegate. And it says, ask, plan, organise and assistance. So this is about getting organised over the weekend. Also, potentially part of that organisation might be asking for help. It may be delegating chores to other people in our household and asking them for help with certain chores or things that need to be done. Delegating in a way where we're not micromanaging can be helpful, but also in a way too where we're not taking everything on, that we're spreading the load. So this card suggests that some of us may have been feeling like we're under pressure to do everything or under pressure to get things done. So we may have to work out our priorities. What is the most important thing or things to do this weekend and Monday? And what's of priority and how can we get those things done? It may mean that some things that need to be done just don't get done because we've got other things that are more important. So with the things that we don't get done, is there a way we can delegate some of those chores? Or can we take the pressure off ourselves and be okay to let those things wait until we have time to get to them maybe later in the week or next weekend? Is it the end of the world if we don't clean up that corner because we've got other things that are more important that need to be done? So working out what is important, what is priority, Where can we get some help with certain things, or where do we just need to take the pressure off ourselves? Can we get a little bit more organised, or a lot more organised, so we're not flitting around wasting time or procrastinating on things that need to be done? So an interesting card, and sort of suggests that there are going to be important things for us to do over these next 3 days, important things to us. But there might also be some kind of semi-important things that need to wait. We cannot do everything. There's only so much time in the day. So let's make the most of our time as well. Let's take the pressure off ourselves, but let's take what we need to do seriously, because then we can probably get them done quicker too. If we take them seriously, if we're 100% dedicated to whatever our focus is at the time, then we can get the job done quicker and more effectively. If we're dragging our feet and we're procrastinating, it might really draw out what we need to get done when we could have done maybe started another thing during that time. So let's be 100% dedicated to whatever it is we determine is priority and follow through with that. Let's ask for help if that's needed. Let's delegate chores if that's needed. We don't have to take everything on ourselves, but there are things that are our responsibility. So if they're our responsibility, then we do those things, and we don't want to be micromanaging either. People that offer to help us, and we say, yes, that would be great if you can help, and then we micromanage, or we go after them and fix up what they didn't do properly in our mind. We don't want to be doing that either, because people don't want to help. We don't want to help people who act like that. So if we're delegating chores, we need to allow people to do those chores in their own way, and be okay and grateful that they're helping so we can do something else. So let's work out our balance with this weekend, if that's important to you. Work out our priorities and the tasks that need to be done. What is the most important? And maybe actually I'm going to go, as soon as this video is done, I'm going to write a list of the things I want to do this weekend, and then work out what's the most important. Like, my lawns are getting long. It's going to take me like 3 hours to mow them. The ground's wet from like 2 weeks of rain, and I don't think that's really priority for me this weekend. Maybe it will be top priority next weekend when it's longer. But it needs to be done. I'm not going to lose sleep over not doing it and having lawns a little bit long this week, as an example. So that's our theme card, delegate. Thanks so much. Have a fantastic weekend, and thanks for joining me today. And I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Take care, and bye for now.